Hello, and welcome to Module 3, Day 1. My name is Ms. Spencer, and today you will need a notebook, pen or pencil, and worksheets that your teacher has provided. The quote for this module is, "Yes, a dark time passed over this land, but now there is something like light." Dave Eggers. Are you ready to do some new and exciting learning? I am. Let's get started. Today's agenda is goals and overview, vocabulary, reading Who Studies Natural Disasters and watching Nature's Dark Side, and then sharing out our new learning. Today's learning mindset is seeking challenges. I like to try things that seem difficult. The essential question for this module is, how can learning about natural disasters make us safer? Here are the goals for today's lesson. To share information and ideas about a topic under discussion, to ask relevant questions to clarify information, to recognize characteristics of informational text about science, and to answer questions using multi-word responses. Let's do some reading pre-thinking. In your notebook, please write your name and today's date. The session name is Module 3, Day 1. Answer this prompt. Brainstorm natural disasters and share what you know about each one. Pause the video to complete this task. Now it's time to watch Nature's Dark Side. Pay very close attention.
Earth. Look at it rotating steadily, serenely. Look at its puffy white cloud formations and its vast blue oceans. Look at all that green and tan, those forests and deserts. From way out here, Earth looks peaceful, lovely, like a great big orbiting space marble, without a trouble in the, well, you get the idea. Of course, life on Earth tells a different story. Down on our human scale, Earth is full of breathtaking scenery and views. Our planet's diverse terrain and climates offer plenty of wonder and beauty. But sometimes, nature shows its dark side. On March 11th, 2011, Japan experienced an unprecedented 9.0 magnitude earthquake, the strongest quake ever recorded in Japan's history. The quake's severe tremors damaged hundreds of structures throughout northeastern Japan. However, the resulting tsunami sent waves as high as 133 feet onto land, causing even more destruction. In some areas, the ocean traveled as far as 6 miles inland, bringing with it entire ships and flooding 217 square miles. The water surge was so powerful it toppled homes, bridges, even concrete buildings as high as 4 stories. When the water retreated, cars and debris were pulled out to sea. An estimated 18,000 lives were lost. In the days, weeks, and months that followed, a worldwide rescue effort took place. Organizations across the globe sent food, emergency medical care, and people to help with cleanup efforts. Humanity proved that when tragedy strikes, there are always helpers ready and willing to provide relief to those in need. We may not be able to prevent natural disasters, but we can be better prepared when hazard strikes. The 2011 earthquake in Japan taught several invaluable lessons. Prior to the quake, scientists had never anticipated such a large magnitude earthquake could ever hit Japan. In the wake of the disaster, the country has made great improvements to the infrastructure of cities and towns. Now buildings and other structures can withstand the tremors of equally strong quakes in the future. The earthquake and tsunami also proved that Japan's warning system needed to reach much further and much faster than it had been capable of. Since 2011, disaster alert protocol in Japan has been upgraded. All people living in the region will have a much better chance to escape harm in the event of another earthquake or tsunami. These improvements could only be possible with all of the helpful data scientists have collected since the quake and tsunami shocked them all. The lessons we learn from spontaneous disasters allow us to become safer and wiser, protecting future generations from tragedy. And when disaster strikes, we can take comfort in knowing that our planet is full of people ready and willing to help. Has your family or town ever had to prepare for a big storm? What kinds of precautions did you take?
Here's the vocabulary protocol for today. The teacher will say the vocabulary word once and clap it out. Then the student will say the vocabulary word once and clap it out. Together, the student and teacher will read the definition out loud. Let's learn some new vocabulary words. Our first word is notable. Your turn. Awesome. Let's read the definition together. If something is notable, it is worth noticing. Pause the video to take a look at our example. The next word is spontaneous. Your turn. Perfect. Let's read the definition together. A spontaneous action is one that happens naturally and isn't planned. Pause the video to take a closer look at our example. The next word is trimmer. Your turn. Nice. Let's read the definition together. A tremor is a small earthquake or uncontrolled shaking in a body part. Pause the video to take a closer look at our example. The next word is hazard. Your turn. Excellent. Let's read the definition together. A hazard is a danger. Pause the video to take a closer look at our example. Now that we have learned our new vocabulary words, let's move on to our knowledge map from this module. In your book or in your notebook, draw the knowledge map. We will return to these pages at the end of each week to add information we learn about the topic. Pause the video to complete this task. Let's do some pre-thinking before our reading. What do we know about informational science texts? Pause the video to answer this question inside of your notebook. Here is what I know about informational science texts. They give facts and information about a scientific topic. They frequently support claims with statistics and/or direct quotations from scientists and other experts, and they often include visuals such as diagrams, photographs, maps, and charts. Did you have something similar? Awesome job so far. Time for a brain break. Pause the video as you get a drink of water or stretch your legs. Here are the reading goals for today. To identify central ideas and supporting evidence in informational texts, to identify organizational patterns such as logical order and order of importance in informational texts, and to identify a central idea using the keywords. Here are some important instructional vocabulary words we should know. Sensory word, a word that tells how something looks, tastes, feels, sounds, or smells. And verb, an action word. Pause the video to take a closer look at our author's craft poster. Let's take a closer look at who studies natural disasters. These two narrative nonfiction texts are letters. The first letter asks for advice, and the second responds to the request. Answer this question inside of your notebook. What words does Robin use to describe her experience with earthquake tremors? Pause the video to complete this activity. Here is what I found. Robin uses spontaneous shaking of earth and the words fascinated and scared to describe her experience. Question 2. What phrases does she use to describe hurricanes? Pause the video to answer this question inside of your notebook. Here is what I found. Robin uses the phrase swirling winds and drenching rains to describe hurricanes. And the next question. What do these word choices help you understand? Pause the video to answer this question inside of your notebook. Here is my answer. These word choices help me understand how excited and passionate Robin is about studying the features and dangers of natural disasters. And our last question. How do Robin's word choices have an impact on the letter? Pause the video in order to answer this question inside of your notebook. Here is my answer. They grab the reader's interest. Were your answers similar? Now it's time for independent work. Consider the essential question. How can learning about natural disasters make us safer? Work with a partner to reread the text who studies natural disasters to find evidence for this question. Pause the video to complete this task. Now let's share out with a new partner or with a family member at home. What evidence did you find in order to answer the question, how can learning about natural disasters make us safer? Pause the video to complete this activity. Great job today. Let's wrap up this lesson. Let's reflect on our learning by sharing how we used our understanding of author's craft during our independent work time. Pause the video to jot down some ideas inside of your notebook. Thank you for learning with me today. If you would like to continue learning together, click the link in the description or enter this website inside of your Google search URL. Have a great day.